Hello. I'm happy to talk to you today about digital transformation, acceleration, and the work that we're doing with Schlumberger here with IBM and Red Hat to help transform and drive hybrid cloud collaboration for the energy industry. Throughout this presentation today, we're going to talk to how Red Hat and IBM and Schlumberger have been working together over the past couple of months, and just give you an update on how our collaboration is driving innovation and the ability to reach customers across the industry. So just very briefly, my name is Sarah Kunz. I'm a global account manager here at Red Hat, supporting Schlumberger. I've held a variety of different roles across the energy industry, including software development, sales, marketing, and the like. And I'm very excited to take you through the connection and the innovation and technology that we're building together with Schlumberger throughout this presentation. I'm here today with my colleague, Ian Ambler. Ian, would you like to introduce yourself quickly?
Thanks, Sarah. Yeah, I'm excited to be here today as well to talk you through some of the work that we're doing together. So my name's Ian Ambler. I've been looking after the DELFI program management for some of the more challenging geographical areas that we're delivering our solutions into. A number of different roles within Schlumberger over the last 21 years. So lots of experience, and I'm looking forward to working with lots of our customers together.
Thank you, Ian. So just to kick off, really there's endless opportunity for digital innovation inside of the world of oil and gas. It's how we stay competitive and differentiate in the space. Most energy companies, if not all, have some sort of digital transformation project ongoing. But I would argue that it's difficult, if not impossible, to choose a single vendor, technology, or cloud that can meet the needs of your entire organization for the foreseeable future. Really, the only constant here is change. As we choose the correct infrastructure and cloud to support energy workflows going forward, they may not be the most optimal solution for new workloads in the future, and/or could be eclipsed by new technology as we move forward. So really here, the question is, how do we build a sustainable, long-term capability to integrate new tools, technology, and clouds when we find it difficult to predict the needs of our organization going forward? So really the answer here is, this isn't one company, one cloud, or one vendor that's going to support your needs of your organization. To enable the full ecosystem of capabilities and infrastructure and application services, there's only really one broadly compatible foundation, and that's open source. Whatever hardware runs your critical infrastructure today, or where you're deploying your applications into public clouds, there has been one technology that has really been consistent and deployed for over 25 years, and that's Linux. This open source operating system has been able to revolutionize the data center operations and enables all public clouds worldwide. And really, with Linux, that has really evolved over the last 25 years. Now we're seeing the advent of Linux containers, which have become the standard preferred way of deploying applications worldwide. Linux containers, along with the open source Kubernetes foundation, are the way we orchestrate and manage applications going forward, and it's how we bring those new containerized workloads to the market. So now with this common foundation and compatibility across multiple clouds and on-premise environments, the world is really unlocked. We're able to bring new technology and new functionality to the hybrid cloud. And really the greatest benefit of the hybrid cloud strategy is the ability to choose which infrastructure and cloud is best able to support your workloads. And so even if you aren't on a hybrid cloud strategy today, what we've heard from energy customers worldwide is that hybrid cloud is going to be required to grow into the future. And I'll give you a couple examples. We're having conversations with customers who'd like to support their sensitive data on on-premise hardware systems. So hosting your well logs and seismic data on-prem while taking advantage of the public cloud for application development and deployment of applications to use that technology and data. Some customers are looking at a multi-cloud strategy in which they're able to deploy their portable workloads across multiple clouds to meet worldwide regulations. And they're also looking to be able to deploy those applications where their customers demand, and especially to maximize and reduce their costs for the deployment in those cloud environments. I have some customers who are also looking at deploying on the edge, pushing that compute and storage power closer to your data source and your network of users, while still aggregating that data and using the data for data science or AI ML workloads in a public cloud environment. Really, it's that consistency, that compatibility to be able to deploy those portable workloads across all of those infrastructure types that will be able to support your development into the future and today. So really, no one cloud provider or on-premise environment is going to be able to support all of your needs for your organization. And often, proprietary technology choices restrict our ability to adapt and to bring on new technology and innovation. So as we're moving forward with hybrid cloud strategies, it's very important to have that foundation in open source and the ability to deploy that consistently across your infrastructure. So now with our operations teams, our development teams, security and the like, they're able to deploy a full stack of IT solutions to support those portable applications, no matter if it's deployed on bare metal, on virtual machines, private or public clouds, or even to the edge. So now let's talk to how Schlumberger is utilizing the hybrid cloud to drive that innovation and reach their customers worldwide. So with that, I'm going to hand over to Ian, who's going to take you through some of the Schlumberger experiences.
Thank you, Sarah. So what I wanted to do before we sort of go too deep into some of the experiences here, what I'll sort of give you is a quick overview and journey of where we've been so far. So Schlumberger has been delivering digital for quite a while now. Our journey started with creating DELFI. So DELFI is our cognitive EMP environment that delivers all of our applications, all of our technology to all of our customers across the globe, with some restrictions, as I'll talk to in a moment. But essentially, we were able to deliver DELFI into a Google Cloud environment with some of the components that are working within the Microsoft Azure environment as well. So truly a sort of global cloud environment that we launched back in 2017 as part of our global forum. In 2019, we started evolving that journey, and we delivered a lot more through Microsoft. And actually, we started to develop the OSDU. So the OSDU is a consortium of a joint number of players that is ever growing. But Schlumberger was able to donate the data ecosystem cloud code that we put together that is going to support the data model that sits underneath DELFI. And actually, the OSDU have now adopted that, and it's going forwards to become the standard data platform. Now, when we look at today, and exactly as Sarah said, we're looking at that hybrid model because we're looking at how do we, venture into geographies where we haven't yet been able to do so. So working with IBM and Red Hat and using OpenShift, we're able to take the technologies that we've been deploying into public clouds and now start to deploy them everywhere for customers. So we have some challenges that we've both sort of spoken about already. Data sovereignty, data residency rules. So we have to remain compliant with the legal systems. The quality of the telecoms network, so within different countries, different places around the world, the networks, the telecommunications differ. Some quite dramatically, where we can't actually get access to a public cloud data center. So we need to find a solution to allow our customers to still access the same technology as everyone else, but not have the hassle, the problems of being able to try and find a way to get to those public data centers. So the proximity of the data centers is an issue for a lot of our customers because of that data sovereignty, because of the telecoms and network issues that they have, as well as partly because of some of the policies that our customers also have. So we need to ensure that we're adhering to and looking at and understanding all of those policies, all of those constraints, and how do we actually then be able to deliver our technology through to our customers. So DELFI, as I sort of said, is our cognitive EMP environment. It delivers the EMP software, so the likes of our Patrels, our tech logs, the simulation software through Intersect, Eclipse, Petramod. We also bring with DELFI the cognitive side, which is the artificial data analytics, the ability to actually analyze the data that is sat within the platform. So being able to liberate that data from the end user's desktop and driving that into an environment where everybody has access to that within the organization, where permissions are correctly set within the organization. The openness of the environment allows the data connectivity across that platform to other software platforms as well. So we can start to link external data sources, driving that back into the DELFI environment, so that the richness of the environment, the richness of the data that our customers are getting is increasing all the time. So one of the things that is really important as well is our partnerships. So working with Red Hat, with IBM, and deploying all of this through OpenShift. What we're also doing is providing, Dataiku does our AI ML as part of our DELFI. We've got TIBCO Spotfire that we use as part of our analytics. So as you can see, the openness, the partnering to ensure that we're bringing the best technologies to the DELFI environment is absolutely key to some of the things that we're doing. Now we've had quite a lot of success, quite a lot of interest so far across the globe since Schlumberger, IBM, and Red Hat announced the partnership that we have. And actually, we've been able to work with companies across the globe, including Group 42 in the Middle East. We're actually working with them very closely since this announcement to start bringing our technologies into an in-country cloud platform, so that we can enable our customers in the Middle East to start using DELFI. And this is the way in which we're going to do a lot of our work, working with Sarah and her team. We're going to start to drive a lot more of our technology through using the OpenShift platform as we port all of the DELFI capabilities into that. So what I'll do now is just hand back to Sarah to talk to us a little bit further about some of the benefits of OpenShift.
And for those of you who don't know much about the OpenShift platform, it's really a Kubernetes platform to support applications across the hybrid cloud. And really under the covers, this is how customers worldwide are going to market with new technology and innovation. Just recently, Forrester announced that Red Hat OpenShift was a leader in hybrid cloud application development and deployment. And here, working with Schlumberger, it's bringing together two companies, the leaders in their industry, to be able to drive that innovation and deployment of DELFI worldwide. Now, I've mentioned that the OpenShift platform can support Linux containers, but a new functionality as well is to be able to bring on the ability to host legacy applications, even Windows applications, on virtual machines, all in the same platform. So what this allows the teams that are using OpenShift to do is to really focus on driving new innovation, bring those applications that you've used for many years to the platform, and not focus on operations, but adding new features and functionality. And this is really only possible by using a foundation in open source. The entire Red Hat platform, including Red Hat OpenShift, is all built in the upstream communities with open source in mind. This helps us bring new technology and innovation to the market as quickly as possible to help support partners like Schlumberger with their customers. And the most important part here is the ability to deploy across a hybrid environment. Be able to reach customers worldwide who have requirements to deploy in obscure clouds or in-country clouds, and be able to reach that technology as quickly as possible. So just a little bit of the background on OpenShift and the capabilities of the underlying infrastructure. With that, I'm going to hand back to Ian so he can continue the story with the Schlumberger side.
Thanks again, Sarah. So what does this actually mean for you, for our customers? So Schlumberger is very keen to ensure that we're actually listening to you, to understand what we can do to reduce some of the issues that you have in terms of being able to get to the DELFI platform. So being able to deploy, exactly as Sarah has said, into the OpenShift container platform, we're now able to deploy into many different scenarios. So the ability to address the data sovereignty, the data residency regulations, we can do that. We still have to make sure that we adhere to all the appropriate regulations, but we're certainly able to open a lot more doors now. So we're able to work within the corporate information security restrictions. So where customers have restrictions that typically have stopped them being able to access the DELFI technology, a lot of those restrictions are now disappearing because we're able to work with them very closely to ensure that we're adhering to those restrictions, but also being able to deliver the technology that's being asked for. So poor telecoms and infrastructure, we sort of talked about that earlier, in that a lot of countries, a lot of places don't have that proximity to a cloud data center. That's not a problem anymore. We actually can either move to a data center that is within a sensible reach of the network infrastructure, or even start to look at how do we work with some of the larger customers that have got infrastructure that can support the data platform, and then access the DELFI platform into an in-country cloud as well. So we're now able to go in and offer a lot more solutions thanks to Red Hat and to OpenShift, and the ability to containerize the DELFI platform across the industry. So I'll just hand back to Sarah to move us forward towards the end here.
Absolutely. And so working together and building that capability for communities and partners to innovate beyond just the simple sum of the contributions of individuals is the key challenge of our time. Our ability to solve this problem is going to determine the success of our industry for the next century. This is our commitment. This is our commitment to open source and community-driven innovation, bringing together partners in an ecosystem to be able to bring next-gen technology to our customers. We're really looking forward to talking with you and listening to your Q&A to understand how we can help accelerate your technology, your strategy, and your ideas going forward. Thank you.